Okay, so tell us about this picture.
Okay, I think that I was 5, but I suppose I might have been older. How old do I look?
About 5.
I think I was, but it was taken at a studio in Brookfield, and I very definitely remember that dress. It was pale yellow taffeta, and I just loved it. And I had that little white purse, and I just loved it. And I loved my shoes, and I loved my sailor hat. So I guess I was cooperative that day the picture was taken. But I do remember that dress. It was one of my very favorites.
Who took you to get the picture taken?
I believe that my Aunt Vivian took me. She was the wife of my mother's half-brother, Lehman.
Okay.
And I believe that she's the one that took me. I could be wrong about that.
So this little, you're holding, it looks like a chain. That's actually a purse?
What?
You're holding a little purse? You're holding a purse.
Yes, I just told you.
Yeah.
I thought I did. A little white patent leather purse.
Okay.
And I was just so proud of it. And my Grandma Kirk always insisted all of my life that if you were going someplace special, you always had a hanky with you, a handkerchief. So I imagine that if it didn't have another thing in it, it probably had a handkerchief. A pretty one.
So the dress was yellow.
Very pale yellow.
And what, was the hat yellow too?
What?
Was your hat yellow?
It was very stiff. It was white.
Okay.
I guess it was whatever sailor hats are made out of.
Okay. So
I do think, though, that they had it on my head at a very jaunty, very, very interesting way. And you'll see how my hair was cut. That was how I had it cut a lot through my early childhood. Just kind of, I think that my grandma called it a bowl cut. It just had bangs, and was pretty short in the back. And I remember one time she even took me to a barber instead of the beauty shop to have my hair cut.
So they didn't cut it at home. They actually took you someplace.
I think they
to get
did
it cut?
sometimes.
Okay.
But I also remember going to a beauty shop to have it cut.
Okay. Now, when I look at that picture, I see your legs look like they're all bruised, and it looks like you've got a scrape on your knee.
I know. I was just sitting here while you were getting it ready. It looks like I had pretty scraped up knees. But keep in mind, even when I was younger, when you were little, and like one boy over at Hy-Vee told me one time, you don't run, you walk. You don't walk, you run, he said. So all of my life, I practically ran. I walked very, very fast, very swiftly. So I probably stumbled around a lot. I probably went out to play and stumbled over limbs and things.
It looks like you have just like black shoes in this picture. Do you remember the shoes in this picture?
Do I remember what?
The shoes. It looks like black shoes.
Yes, those were the same kind of shoes that I usually wore. They were called Mary Janes. Those are Mary Jane shoes.
With anklet, little white anklet stockings.
I had white patent leather ones sometimes too.
Do you remember who bought the dress for you?
No.
Or did somebody make it?
No, I believe that one was bought, although they did make a lot of my clothes. A lot of times your clothes, maybe not your really good clothes, were made out of flour sacks,
And who would sew your clothes for you? Who made your clothes for you? Was it your mom or your grandma? Who would make your clothes?
Oh, my Aunt Vivian would make my clothes. Boots would make my clothes. My grandma would make my clothes. I don't think my mother sewed much then. She taught herself, apparently, and didn't sew very much until quite a bit later.
Okay. Anything else about that picture that you can remember?
No, it's one of my favorite pictures of all times. And I don't know if you've seen it, but I also had a picture taken when I was 9 in a brand new coat. And that's one of my favorites.
Oh, we'll have to try to find those.
We'll have to find it.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off. You want to say bye? You want to say goodbye?
Oh, you want me to do that again?
If you want to.
Who is going to be watching this?
Your family.
Okay.
Your
Goodbye,
kids.
goodbye.
Your grandkids.
Farewell until the next time.